Oh. After being in a penal colony, getting arrested in Russia of all places for pot, finally, after it took just one random photo of Vin Diesel not even looking at the camera with a thumbs up, simply stating that he's going to need her home before Christmas. Make no mistake about it. Family is everything, and Brittney Griner is back.
Yeah.
Oh, he was hyped. Hey, Vin did it.
Yeah. Big day for the Winging It pod.
We did it. We did it.
Yeah.
You're safe with Joey. Shout out Joey.
Joey put us on. He made sure that we had to update the world. Hey, what's going on here? Good, it's back. The coverage has been crazy. We're filming her doing dunks in a random gym. You know, when do we okay, great. I'm glad she's home. She apparently, you know, like was made I saw an article that she made friends with the entire flight crew that she came back. What's going on here? And it's like, I know it's polarizing, but we left the Marine there. I mean, it's crazy. And just the fact that we were dealing, you know, it was like everyone was saying that we got fleeced. Biden got fleeced with this trade. Lots to unpack here.
There's just something I want to add about the whole like Marines thing, because I saw that too, and I it upset me because there's like people that their job is to serve and lay their life on the line.
And he's still there.
But the thing is when you're a prisoner of war or espionage type spy stuff, it falls under different like rules of engagement in war.
Gotcha.
So that could be affecting those sort of prisoners. I don't know.
I saw that Bursic that he was like selling Russian secrets. So there's like no chance that they were ever letting him go, basically.
Yeah, and then he's like Russia's protected under like rules of like war and whatnot with the UN or NATO and stuff like that too.
Interesting. Jackie, you're saying?
Yeah. I was just saying, I read about it too, and that they basically said it was someone put it as like, okay, well, at least in American tone, because they literally said it's either this or like there's no deal, because this dude, like Bursic's saying, like it's not possible for him to be included in this deal. And not against him or anything, because he's a Marine and everything, but his background is a little sketchy. He almost got dishonorably discharged for lying.
Interesting. Okay.
He's lied about like that he has a college degree and like what he does. And so people are a little confused of why he's even.
People are running with it, right? They're just like, oh, Marines there. We can criticize Biden. We can.
Well, yeah, exactly. I think especially people who want to criticize Biden, not that I'm a Biden fan by any means, but people who hate Biden are using it as ammunition.
Yeah, another argument we can, yell about.
And there's like hundreds of fucking people of potential Americans over there still.
Yeah, what sucks is that Family Guy who got arrested for the same thing, right? He got arrested for pot too. Like he was just traveling. Don't go to Russia. All right, let's get that straight. I had something else there, but I forgot. It's literally like, I don't want to make light of it, but it's like the NBA, it's like a 2K trade chart. Like, it's like you're trying to match up, all right, I'm trying to trade for Luka Doncic. Well, we'll give you the, the murder boss.
And I thought it was, I don't know if you guys have watched it, but they basically like vlogged her entire release.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we doing here?
The part
from
that
her signing her release papers to like them making the trade, like the whole deal. The dude's like, "Are you excited?" He's on the plane. She's like, "Yeah." What do you mean, am I excited?
Yeah,
similar but different. But like, it's just like when, like last night, I got on Netflix and it was like, is it David Letterman who's doing he's doing documentary? Anyway, an old talk show host. I forget who, but it was like David Letterman on interviewing Zelensky, the Ukrainian leader.
Oh, okay, sure.
And I'm just sitting there, I'm like surprised that we have so much time in between all this to set up the camera crews for all this stuff. And I'm like, isn't there like other stuff? But I don't know.
You mean Times Person of the Year too? Zelensky also Times Person of the Year. It's like, okay, sure. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, this broke today too, and lesser news, maybe not. Gunna released from prison. What happened? Did he snitch? He pleaded guilty to racketeering, and he's out.
He pled guilty, and they gave him. He's got definitely has a good lawyer because he got they gave time served. So like his sentence that he already had is considered like time served. Like not his sentence, like him being held.
He was in there for a couple months, right?
Yeah.
Yes, 7 months are taken into account for the plea deal.
Yeah, so like once he'll still have to go to trial and everything.
No,
Yeah.
because but if you plead guilty, like you're not like fighting at trial. They're just charging you. So like this,
Right, yeah.
but like the deal, the contingency is like if he pleads guilty, then he gets like they'll give him time served, so he'll be out of jail.
Interesting. Okay, so and they're trying to negotiate basically, house arrest.
Yeah, and like the state that
500.
they really care about, unless you've like killed someone, is I watch it based on all the crime shows and shit I watch, is that they care about getting the guilty, that you admitted you're guilty. That's like the bigger thing.
To win, keep their case record kind of like, perfect, right? Every lawyer is trying to get a win basically off of their clients, which is kind of fucked up, but that's how the world works.
But
War on drugs.
What were you saying? Sorry, Jack.
I said he could have snitched. Who knows? I also saw a video of him rapping in high school the other day, and he looked like a kid you would shove in a locker. He looked like a nerd.
And so Thug's just still in jail. That's what's interesting too. I saw a video where it was like they haven't talked to each other, and then they were on a Zoom and like they were trying to talk to each other, and the lawyers were like, "Yo, like you can't." What are they speaking in code? They're like, it was like a huge fuck up by the court apparently. Because there's like, hey, they're trying to get their story straight between the two. We're trying to get this story straight. SBF, Sam Bankman fraud, arrested in the Bahamas. People thought he was going to get Epsteined. It's crazy, All right, so he's in jail, or he's arrested. All this shit's coming out now at like these press meetings or these federal hearings or whatever. I thought it was funny that the company that manages billions of dollars was using QuickBooks. And then people on Twitter were like, hey, QuickBooks is fire. Come on, stop hating them. It's basically like, they were just on Slack. I don't know if it's like, these people that are talking about it, it's all these older, Congress people. And they're like, hey, there was no like physical evidence of like all the transactions. And I'm wondering, is that just the future of business? Like everyone's using Slack. Like it would be like our company if that came to light. They'll be like, wait, what? Venmo? And we're all in the chat group, but that's like literally what it is, But this was, that'd be if we were managing millions, billions of dollars.
Billions. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw what's his name testify, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, because
yeah, that's right.
The ex spokesperson, he basically just blamed it all on Binance, said it's their fault.
Yeah, I think everyone's just pointing the finger at this point, but it's
also, I was thinking about it too. Like, let's just say we blew up, and by February next year, we're managing like $50,000 like sponsorship deals per episode type of thing. Like, if that was the case, yeah, I mean, you're getting a paycheck dumped on you, and then however you manage that would determine. And so it's like, I wonder if that was truly
totally. It's like, I mean, these guys
line.
are getting poured money in, and it's just a bunch of guys on a Slack that all of a sudden they blew up, And it's just like he just wrote off a business expense, which was like $1 billion to owner, for personal use or something. It was like, okay, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucked up. We've got an accountant though, so we're locked and loaded. I gotta get your guys' W-9s too, by the way. Let's see here. Yeah, anything else there? Just fucked. He's basically going to be screwed. Everyone's fighting about why he was dumping money to the Democrats, and they're trying to turn that into a thing. Who knows if it is a thing? Interesting.
I don't know. Did any of you guys hear? Like, I haven't really had the time to look into it much because it is just left and right shot like every direction. But do you guys know anything about, like, I saw somewhere that about him donating money through his career, and like that might play into this thing too. Do you guys know more about this? Like the donations he was making?
His mom runs a donation fund for Democratic Party.
And okay, so that's kind of what you said, Dylan. Like people are trying to play that card too.
He basically, I think he like took people's money and was just like donating to what he wanted to politically, which is, either side of the aisle, if he was doing that, is wrong,
Yeah.
Yeah, both his parents are like Stanford, economics individuals, and they're looking at like, wait, how did they not kind of step in and be like, what's going on here, or at least try and help him? That's what I find interesting. But yeah, it was basically just like a bunch of 30-year-olds managing a company, and they just couldn't handle, all the shit that they ended up having to handle, I guess.
I also like I just looking it up. One of the first things says FTX Bankman Fried or Fried. I say Fried, but I know it's Fried. But the donated 40 million to this political cycle. Here's who benefited. And it's like, honestly, I don't even think all the facts are even set straight. So I don't know how much I want to believe any of these stories
Right.
until, I guess until
it's still a story, so more, we'll keep an eye on it. It's still coming out, but that was the latest breaking. That was that last night, maybe the day before. He's arrested in the Bahamas. The Bahama police taking it. That's going to be scary.
Yeah. Also the day before he was supposed to meet with the SEC, have his like trial or whatever. So
right.
Sending a message, but I don't know if it was a troll account or not, but apparently I saw some anonymous account say that they were going to drop his sex tape with his little nerdy.
Well, speaking of that, Dave Portnoy lost his defamation suit.
What's that? What was that one over?
It wasn't the New York Times, or maybe it was Business Insider. Yeah, where he was basically like, because they wrote about like his misogyny and like, I don't know, it was a lot of circumstantial evidence, I guess. Take it with basically whatever your views are. Anyone can argue it, but he was like, what the hell, So he wanted to fight it, makes him look like, hey, plead the innocence, right? But that had to have lost him a lot of money. And on the other side of things, I don't know who to believe, or who is right or wrong, but it's really hard to win a lawsuit like that, right? Like against like a publication. And it looks like he just lost a bunch of money.
He knew going into it, though, that I think he was going to lose. Like, he just wanted to do it to like waste their time and money as well. He knew he was going to lose. He said that at the beginning.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
What about, he's not looking to make a little extra coin because of his new watch business? Have you guys following this?
I heard about it. Really cheap watches being sold for ridiculous prices or something.
That's the accusation, I guess. But also too is like, why would he do that? I just find it funny how Barstool is like, and it's part of what we always talk about each and every week, is creators are just selling retail goods now as their own to their audiences. And so it's like a watch separate from Barstool. I don't know. But then all of a sudden, all these like high-end watch guys where it's like it's a whole niche. So they were starting to go viral on social media, like analyzing the watch and everything.
Yeah, like why it's a terrible watch, basically.
But what was interesting was like he's charging basically, his audience, which is very vast and like the average man, right? Just luxury watches all of a sudden. So people are like, wait, what's going on here? Why, is there a market for it? I don't know.
Yes.
Their model's so interesting to me, though, how fast they can put out merch so quick. I feel like
and so much merch.
He tweeted like, should Barstool Mincy that or whatever, that dude from Minnesota, or not Minnesota, from Mississippi, that one dude. He's like, should I fire him? And Lane Kiffin tweeted back, yes. And within like 10 minutes, they had this link to a shirt of like Mincy crying or something.
But like who is buying that? Like, it's funny. Like,
I'm like, all right. Who literally is gonna buy this? Like,
I mean, it's because they have so much. Like they'll literally drop a new merch item. Like, so they've got graphic designers like on deck, and then like just a shirt, like a manufacturing plant almost.
Yeah.
Well, this is I've been following another much smaller fish in that like realm, and similarly over the years they have upped their merch game, and as they've gotten more and more investors, and it just makes me wonder if like, I mean, obviously we want to have some good merch, but it's like maybe that is a good revenue for these online brands. But
yeah, I mean, Nelk does fire for merch, and it's interesting because like our merch is great too, but I'm not trying to oversaturate it. Like I like how the winging it is kind of like original, and then we've done cool things, but I'm not like, hey, we need something new every month. It's kind of like, I like hats, we got koozies, and it's basically like, we got you set. If you're a fan of the pod, check it out. Shop.
Shop.
AOC merch store. Yep. Jack Harlow and Dua Lipa, put it in a song and make it happen. They are dating.
Yeah, he spoke.
That's crazy.
Dubs around him and Pete Davidson. well, speaking of, rich and whatnot, Dave Chappelle brings out Elon, and he just gets mercilessly, I don't even know what word I'm going for there. He gets booed, unrelentingly, and he tries his comedy. I think he might be a little bit better behind, maybe, typing Twitter fingers, because he just decided to be funny to yell, "I'm rich, bitch," and it didn't go well. Didn't go over well.
That's what he yelled.
He just randomly spazzed out, "I'm rich, bitch," thinking it was funny. Yeah, as he's getting booed.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. Did you see it also he banned the kid on Twitter who tracks his jet?
Yeah, and people were complaining because it's the coaching carousel for college football. It's like, we need this. We need to see where everyone's going. Which charter jet's coming out? Yeah, I mean, Elon's just doing what he wants. He wants to protect free speech or whatever, but he's I don't know. He's doing whatever he wants, basically. Yeah, so we got booed. I just wonder what his persona is. Like, I think he's funny. I think he's a smart guy who's obviously super successful, but then there's a lot of people who are turning on him and a lot of people who don't like him,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Like, one of these articles is saying members explain why they booed whatever. It's just like, okay, I'm not going to read into some one person's opinion or four people's opinion, but I'm kind of with you. It's like, yeah, I mean, he's smart and he knows how to get shit done.
I think people are trying to put politics into it too. They're seeing who he's hanging out with, and they're like, oh, you know what? Automatically, I don't understand why we can't just put that aside.
Well, yeah, are they gonna now tag him with everything Dave Chappelle's tagged with, like all the transgender hate, stuff like that?
Already. Yeah, everyone's like, it's kind of hard to get booed at a Dave Chappelle concert already. Yeah, I don't know. Crazy. Chappelle's, he knows how to stoke some fire. It's like, hey, should we just bring out Elon in the middle of my comedy set?
That's so random. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, though, that does sound like a Chappelle thing. Like,
right.
He would bring out Elon.
It was at like an NFL stadium. I mean, like, that dude is selling out NFL stadium still. It's crazy. This was from I think that it's crazy how the news cycle works, because this is somehow gone. But after, a day of complete and utter anti-Semitism that had Alex Jones laughing nervously, Ye decided to cap off his day by just politely letting Twitter know that he caught Chris Paul with Kim K. And sent Twitter into just a great night. I'll tell you what, there's nothing like when Twitter's popping off.
Well, the Alex Jones shit to start was hilarious, just him nervously laughing. But then I saw someone highlighted that they thought it was funniest about the Chris Paul thing, that of all the pictures of Chris Paul, he picks one that looks like a yearbook picture.
That he just took with his phone.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Paul caught such a stray. I can't believe that just ended. It was literally like as a game was going on, and he's the number one trending, and everyone's going, what the hell? Everyone's going Devin Booker when he sees Chris Paul roll up to the Jenner house. He's like, oh, all right.
Do you guys think there's any validity behind that?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, what the fuck? What a random scenario, too. But then Kim K is at fucking Bronny's game courtside. What if he said Bronny? I'd be dead.
This fucking guy.
Yeah, who's the guy above him there?
Where is that from? Is that like an NBA referee?
Yeah, it's got to be that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well,
he's just chilling, but yeah, he's going crazy. He's going full on, I'm saying some whack shit.
You see the Rosa Parks?
Did you hear him say that he's not bipolar? He named off a bunch of mental illnesses, but then he's like, but I might be autistic.
It was crazy that it was like, Ye literally says he loves Hitler and then still somehow got Chris Paul trending #1 by the end of the night.
Yeah.
Which kind of I guess is proving his point in a weird backwards way, which maybe could be the only way that he is, thinking of doing this. It's crazy. The documentary, there's going to be another documentary on Kanye, and it's just going to be it's got to span his entire just triarchy of what's going on in his life. There's too many angles to unpack.
There's one of his people in his little entourage that like knows he's fucking bad shit and is just getting a bunch of content on him for a documentary.
I mean, Alex Jones is loving it. He's like, sure, I'll fucking talk to Kanye. Anything to get me more money after I'm fucking paying everyone out the ass. Aiden Ross was gonna have him on a stream. I couldn't even imagine what that would have been like.
And he chose to not have him on.
Yeah. But he met Top G in Romania. I love how Top G is a chess player now. I literally watched a full TikTok of him winning in chess.
His dad is a world chess champion.
Chess is fire.
Not for me.
We at my off-campus house when we were senior year, we just had a chessboard out in like our room of in the gathering room of 6 people, and like during kegs, like people will just randomly sit down and start playing fucking chess.
I've never played. I don't know how to play.
The What Happened kid on TikTok, right? Everyone sports fan. He got banned for replying no to a comment asking if he supports BLM. I mean, he just got walked into that.
That's the kid with literal Down syndrome, isn't it?
Yes, correct. Yeah. So that was basically like people were just, tricked him into saying something, I guess, that he shouldn't have, and then he's unbanned. But that was interesting. Real ID is delayed. Fire. What a dumb concept. What are we doing? Hey, you know what? Some states you're going to have to get an entire new ID, and it's going to have to be by this time. Actually, no, it's going to be another 2 years. And then really, I'm just to stick it to the man so I don't have to go to the DMV to get another one. I'm just bringing my passport everywhere. No,
that's what I've been doing.
Real ID. They should just drop it, but it's been delayed.
And then here I am. Sorry, Jack. I just got my new ID moving back to Missouri, and I paid the extra $5 for it just to find out that they just swindled me.
Well, bro, I was getting a new license too for Minnesota, and it was like, hey, we don't. I had to schedule my appointment. It was during COVID. It was so fucking annoying. And they're like, hey, well, we don't really have the real IDs on them right now, but we could give you the license today. And I'm like, fuck, give me it. Fuck you. So I kind of lucked out.
I was just talking about that earlier. I haven't gotten a Texas license yet.
Really?
My insurance is pressing me to get one, but the appointments take forever, apparently.
It sucks, dude.
It's like 6 months in advance or something.
It's like going to vote. I got to tell you. I mean, everything's got to be online at some point. Come on.
Yeah, because like Denver was the same. Living in that big city, it was you make an appointment to go wait 2 hours for your spot.
Oh, God.
It was ridiculous.
I was trying to get just antibiotics because I couldn't kick like some bronchitis for 2 weeks, and every waiting room urgent care was like 3-hour waits, and I'm like, I'm walking, I'm like, I can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, MILF Island on TLC, also, which I found funny and it was brought to the attention that TLC was originally the Learning Channel, now debuting MILF Island. What do we do?
MILF Island?
Yeah.
I'm scared to Google it.
It's basically just like it's basically Real Housewives of fucking whatever, but it's the premise and the description is literally just like MILFs are on an island with single guys half their age, and it's like a competition, like a dating show. I'm sure there'll be an audience.
Yeah.
Yes.
I sent this around. This started circulating last week. Chat GPT is like apparently like this AI that is just going to like, it knows everything. I'm too scared to test it out myself, but apparently it's widely available now, Jack.
Yeah, apparently it's fucking insane that it can like literally like they think it's gonna replace Google. And you know who owns the company OpenAI, who made it? Elon.
What?
Yeah, OpenAI is owned by Elon.
Wow. Okay.
They said it's literally like I saw a TikTok video where like it like asked someone to like, I don't know, it like wrote a story for them, and then like
but I saw something sorry, Brent.
I was gonna say you can create, like they were doing it on Part of My Take. You can create like a fake prompt for it. It was like write an article about how this random quarterback threw for 600 yards this game, and it will write a 500-word article and include humor relevant to that quarterback. It's
I'm about
crazy.
to tap into it tonight.
That's what I'm saying. The video I sent you guys was it was like content creator. It was like, give me a 30-second sketch about, and you just type in a topic and it gives you. I'm just gonna do random shit. I've got a funny one on the way regarding Madden, but you'll have to wait for that. But Chat GPT, we're gonna have to look into this. It's crazy, yeah. And it's like, how many jobs is this gonna take away if this literally is the new Google but better?
Yeah.
Well, and that's what furthermore, they were saying, not just like writing the article, or how, like you said, how many jobs is it going to replace? How many kids are just going to write their papers this way? How many people are going to write their essay or their,
I'm going to type in, To Kill a Mockingbird essay, and then literally just like schools are going to have to catch on to this.
That could be a funny one.
But it's like Spark Notes. Spark Notes was fire,
Dude,
it's open for everyone.
I'm gonna tap in tonight and report back next
All right,
week.
sounds good. Yeah.
We could screen share them for our visual audience.
Yeah, we'll test something out and like do something. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. So we'll report back on that, Jack. This was something I just pondered, and I guess it's similar to the bar. What is the merch manufacturing plant at Barstool? You want what on a t-shirt now? Okay. What does a Kirkland manufacturing plant look like? All right, we got nuts over here. All right, golf balls over in section C, and how about some coffee?
Didn't we talk about this? How there's not a Kirkland manufacturing plant, but like Kirkland vodka, for example,
correct.
How they pay the same company as Grey Goose.
Okay, so it's like
and
it's kind of like what Mr. Beast is doing with Ghost Kitchens, but they're ghost manufacturing shit.
Exactly. So yeah.
Same with Parma taking their Parma cheesesteaks.
Same thing, Ghost Kitchen.
They just find restaurants that can give them the quality they want, and those are the ones who will fulfill said orders, even if it's a taco place.
Mm-hmm.
You learn something new every week.
But like it is like crazy because it also opens the door to understand why Grey Goose charges so much. Like they'll make, let's just say, a ton, like an actual volume, a ton of vodka, but they'll only bottle half of it of their stuff to keep the supply demand right, and then sell Kirkland whatever else.
It's crazy. How do you fly?
Kirkland's Costco brand, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I think.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Costco rabbit hole the other day on TikTok, and I think I need a membership. They got some.
Yes.
Kelsey has a membership. She loves it. That's where she shops. I'm big into Kirkland coffee right now. It's money. The K cups.
Probably Starbucks.
They have what?
I said it's probably like Starbucks.
Oh yeah, right.
Like
Good call. That's Eddie play. That's fire. Kirkland. All right. So I gave the White Lotus a second go. I watched just the second season because I watched like an episode of that first season, couldn't get into it. Second season, like I love Michael Imperioli, the Sopranos guy. Like his character was funny. It gave me some Euphoria vibes. Like it's cringy. It's a cringy show, but you like can't stop watching it. It's an easy binge, and it's really fucked up. So I finished season 2 last night.
Jack and I started season 3 last night, season 1 last night, and I just finished episode 4 right before this.
So you're going in order. You haven't seen season 2.
No.
Okay.
I like it. It's intriguing to me. It's different, but I like it.
I might have to go back to season 1. I was thinking because I was like, hey, it's my cousin. It's my long lost cousin, Mike White, who I keep calling Mike Smith. I'm sorry about that. I sent something to Jack. His literal response to me was so funny. Dude, that's Ned Sheebley from School of Rock.
Yeah.
So what's the backstory there? I know he wrote School of Rock, but he also like wrote himself in like Stan Lee.
Dude, he's Jack Black's roommate in School of Rock, who he steals his name to be a substitute. That's him.
I love School of Rock. I haven't seen
this is Ned Schneebly when he takes the call to be a fucking substitute. And then
all right.
That's the name he goes by, Mr. S, because he can't spell it when he gets there.
Yeah, so this dude, like, he's basically didn't have anything since School of Rock, and then created the White Lotus, and it's like my cousin's brother-in-law's, gay, partner's brother. Like it's some distant, but he is related to us. Maybe by marriage, but we'll have to try and I mean, he's probably too hot now. We should have got him after season 1. But Mike, we'll try. We'll throw a line. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. I'll give season 1 a chance. Season 2 was epic. It's just really well shot. And the acting was great. Like in season 2, Aubrey Plaza was fantastic. Sicily is beautiful. I mean, it was crazy.
I heard she's really good in season 2.
It was really good. It's crazy. And that's it for me. Let's get caught up with the tea with Jack D.
Okay, we already hit a couple of these I had. We hit Gunna. We hit Ellen DeGeneres is DJ. I actually follow him on TikTok because he dances. DJ Twitch committed suicide yesterday.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that trending. Wait, Ellen did her DJ on
like
the show?
on the show, the dude who would like bring out the guest and play the music, like how like, Jimmy Fallon has Questlove for like
like the late night show,
like who they just banter back and forth with. That was her person who's a DJ.
Wasn't that the dude who like doesn't she have someone who was like viral and then all of a sudden she just brought him on the show and kept him? Maybe that's the same guy. Could be wrong.
Might be. I just know that when I would watch with my mom, he's like the dude who brings up. But I follow him. But yeah, dead by suicide.
What's crazy is like Darian sent me a thing about it, and she's like, he was a huge in the dance industry too. Like he would teach some of the best dance professionals. And I don't know if Dee ever got to take a class from him, but she texted me about it today too. She's like, he was always one of the best dudes ever in that community. And no one ever suspected of the mental health maybe he was suffering from.
Yeah. Follow him on TikTok and he posts some sweet dance videos for sure. Kind of crazy World Cup going on. The World Cup team that wins will receive $42 million according to Forbes. FIFA. That's just from FIFA.
It's been fun.
Get all those Anheuser-Busch beers.
Yeah.
Crazy. There's been some crazy shit there. God, that American journalist, soccer journalist who literally like died in the press box and people are like, wait, was this because he like ripped Qatar? And then it like just turned out he had an aneurysm on his heart, like, really sad shit. He was 49. Mike Leach too at 61. Holy shit.
Yeah, Mike Leach. That's crazy that he died.
Yeah.
Okay, so Twitter is trying something else with this verification shit. They're different. They're rolling out different color verification to show like gray is for government, blues for individuals, celebrity or not, and like yellows for like a news outlet.
Yeah, I started picking up on this. What are our thoughts? It's still like we just have to get used to it.
More fucking confusing, I think.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right. We talked about the journalist. Talked about Biden getting fleeced. Trade.
Wait, so hold on. This guy's like we didn't talk enough about this guy going to Russia. He's like he was selling. He's an arms dealer, right? Like
there's a Nick Cage movie called Lord of War.
Yeah,
that is based on that, and in War Dogs, Bradley Cooper's character is based on him.
Wow. Okay.
He would like fucking slang AKs to like, and like
terrorist groups.
Terrorist groups, like groups in Africa, like the pictures if you see like 7-year-olds holding AKs, selling
like
it to
blood diamond shit.
Like crazy shit like that. So,
and for years, like the U.S. stopped manufacturing AKs because they're not the best gun, but China and Russia had been manufacturing them for another 40 years after, because there were people buying them, like this guy.
Right. Oh wow.
And they said I was getting into it, and they said that like he had like a fleet of like planes that like looked like military planes that he could just like send off, and they could pinpoint where they would be dropping them, and they just dropped the guns in the middle of like the rainforest or like wherever,
like just a latitude by longitude.
And it was like he would never be looked at or touched because they just fly over, it'd fall out in the middle of the night, and then like he'd never get caught for it. Like,
crazy.
Just like the Iranian Contra stuff that we did back in the 80s.
The Nick Cage movie, I just watched that new one, Unbearable. Did you see that, Jack, ever?
What's it called?
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Oh, is it the one where it's like him?
It's him. It's him
Yeah.
playing the cage. I saw
I
it
heard
was
it's pretty
entertaining.
good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I saw it
Yeah.
on a plane.
All right. Drake surpasses Eminem as the artist with highest certified singles. Jackie Chan confirms Rush Hour 4 is in the works. Him and Chris Tucker.
You know, it's a great Jackie Chan movie. I just watched The Foreigner. The recent one, crazy. It's just like a Jackie Chan action movie. Is him as an old man, like avenging his daughter's death. Good action.
He's pretty old now. How old is he now?
He's got to be in his 60s, maybe
Yeah.
50s, 60s.
Oh, Jackie Chan is age 68.
Oh my God! Wow, pushing 70.
He's up there.
All right. According to Gucci Mane's post today, we might have to start a new movement. We were trying to free Brittney. We got to free Pooh Shiesty because he's in lockdown right now, 23 hours a day, and apparently he's getting food trays that are empty.
No, Jesus Christ!
Gucci Mane said, "Free Pooh, move Pooh."
What's he? That'll catch on.
I
What's he in there for?
honestly have no idea what he did.
Yeah,
But I have no clue.
Was
allegedly,
charge, wasn't it?
Yeah.
allegedly drove the rented McLaren to the hotel the day of the alleged shooting to purchase marijuana, codeine, and a pair of high-end athletic sneakers. So something about
So a Tuesday.
Yeah. So we got a free Pooh.
Yep.
But
We'll put Joey and Vin on it.
yeah. So they found a 10,000-year-old slab of concrete in Turkey that they claim is the earliest set of narrative carvings. So like a carving that tells a story. And one of them is this dude holding his dick. The first things ever depicted in art is this dude just holding, and it's like 10,000 years old. It's pretty funny.
It's Louis C.K. It's Louis C.K. back there jerking off.
Yeah. I don't know how else they would test this, but they're under investigation. Apparently, Elon's Neuralink has killed over the past 4 years 1,500 animals.
That's fucked.
I mean, who are they? They're not testing it on people. What do people expect he's doing?
Right. What are you supposed to do if this could save human lives?
also Neuralink / Chat GPT. Like he's doing all the parts separately.
He's just going to control us. Yeah. And Twitter. All right.
Last couple things. This is pretty crazy. Christopher Nolan recreated the first nuclear weapon detonation without the use of CGI for his new Oppenheimer movie. He is dead. Does not fuck with CGI.
This dude, he's like Tarantino. He's going to do his way. He doesn't care. Twitter, another great day for Twitter. Everyone's, Nolan literally setting off a nuclear bomb just so he doesn't have to use CGI.
Is that what he did? Like, did you find out more? Because I didn't have a chance to read into it, but like, did he actually be like, yo, so can I drop this nuke somewhere and where?
He somehow recreated it. Like without a nuke, he made it as realistic as possible. I don't know.
Yeah. That's cool as shit.
All right. And the last thing for suggestions, not just Texas now, but Congress is introducing a bill to ban TikTok from us.
What? Really?
Yeah, everyone.
I mean, this started. Trump was saying he was going to everyone thought TikTok was toast, and it was like, we're good. And now, I don't know, crazy. You can't do it. Can't take it. Stop it.
Read the terms and agreements you agreed to, and then I think you might change your mind.
That might be like the first protest I'd go to.
Everyone knows.
Everyone's dancing. I can only imagine those protests.
If somebody really wants to have data and look at my shit, I don't have any.
Yeah, I'm like, if you want to watch me, whatever. That's fine.
Like with my group chat, that's fine. Whatever. Actually, I don't know. I saw that reminds me. I saw a funny TikTok the other day. And it was the scene in American Gangster when Denzel realizes he's caught, and it's like me in 2030 when my group chat with my boys gets leaked.
They were all toast. They don't have any. They don't have jails. It's like what Mike Lindell wanted. They don't have the jail space for 50 million Americans.
Yeah. All right. And then suggestions. White Lotus, obviously. That's
these dudes bomb. I'm gonna watch season 1.
I've been watching the show Homeland Whoa.
Oh yeah, holy shit.
Holy fuck, it's good.
The first season is like some of the best television ever. The last episode.
The first season's incredible. I'm on season 5 now. It's like starting to slow down.
That's where you're toast by season 7, but season 1, holy crap, first couple seasons.
Yeah, the dude from like the whole storyline too, like how like she thinks he might be against the US. Like
she's a crazy she's a crazy, her character in that is
she's like a bipolar CIA agent.
Saul's great. Yeah.
I got it.
Would highly suggest season 1.
Homeland season 1, some great television.
I threw it on Thanksgiving night and I literally out loud was like, holy fuck. I was into it for sure. And then documentary suggestions. Just because it interests me, I've watched the first 3 episodes of the new Harry and Meghan documentary about the how they left. Just because it's interesting to hear like how they
their side.
Like left. I still need to watch the FIFA documentary. I heard that's pretty fucking crazy, just about how corrupt FIFA is, just because of the World Cup and everything right now. I'm interested in it. Yeah. And then I need to watch they made like how there's the Epstein documentary. They made one by the same people about the Ghislaine Maxwell, about her. And then one that I saw a preview for the other day. I can't believe I've never heard of this, but I'm definitely gonna watch this because what the fuck? It's called Don't Pick Up the Phone. And apparently there was this dude who terrorized like this for like a whole year and a half. I forgot what area he's from, but he would call different fast food restaurants like McDonald's and act like he was the police and tell the manager that one of their employees committed a crime and they had to strip search them and like take off their clothes and like, so basically sexually assault them while he's on the phone with them, and he would get off to it while he was on the phone with them.
Come on.
I swear to God, if the FBI had to get involved.
As the manager.
Yeah.
They interview one of the managers too.
I know it happened, but like that's
what time period?
That's the reason you're a fast food manager.
Like 10 years ago. And this dude, like this manager looks like a fast food manager who would be horny. He was like, I'm just complying with what the police said. We're gonna have to check it out and I'll give a review.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say Cocaine Bear, which is equally as crazy a storyline.
Crazy too, because that's a true story.
Good shit. All right, good to be back, boys. Winging it. We'll maybe be back next week. Otherwise, happy holidays. We'll work on the schedule. See who's around on Wednesday. We'll talk to you then. Enjoy it. See ya.